Hello and welcome to Coffee Chats. I'm Morgan and this is my dual review on Daughter of Deep Silence and Luckiest Girl Alive. So guys, long time no see. It's been a little over a week since Sarah and I have uploaded a video, and that's just because both of our lives have been crazy. This summer we've kind of been able to balance because I haven't been super busy yet up until this past week and a half or so. So yeah, I'm not working. It's been easy for me to help along uploading consistently and stuff. And Sarah has a crazy job where she works like from early in the morning to past 6 p.m. at night, and she's working at a camp. So yeah, she's consistently been really busy. It just so happened that this past week we've both been really busy. Yay. Anyway, sorry about that little gap with the uploading. What can you do? I don't know. Anyway, today I'm going to be reviewing Daughter of Deep Silence by Carrie Ryan, which looks like this, and Luckiest Girl Alive by Jessica Knoll, which looks like this. I don't have physical copies of these books, obviously, because I read one of them as a library book that I've returned, and one of them as an ebook from the library. Take advantage of your public libraries, folks. They're pretty awesome. Anyway, let's get on to my spoiler-free reviews of these. By the way, today I am going to be reviewing these two books together because they kind of fit within the same genre, but I'll get into that a little bit more down the road. Personally, I'm a busy person. I know y'all are busy people, so I'm just gonna be quick about it and combine two reviews into one video, because how productive is that? Yay! And I think that dual reviews are something Sarah and I will probably continue doing, you know, as long as like we don't fall into any crazy reading slumps or anything. Since both of these books are thrillers, I'm going to keep the descriptions of these super vague so that, you know, they won't spoil anything for you, just in case you choose to read these. So, Daughter of Deep Silence. This is a teen revenge thriller, so it's in the YA genre. And it's by Carrie Ryan, who I had never read before, I don't believe. I've never read The Forest of Hands and Teeth, and I know that that's her other kind of big series, but it's a zombie series, and that's not really my jam, so yeah, this was my introduction to her writing. This book follows a girl named Frances whose life is turned upside down at age 14 when she is the victim of a ship crash attack thing, and she is one of only 3 survivors. Her best friend and her whole family have died. And like I said before, in the spirit of not giving anything away, I am going to keep the description down to that. I gave this book a solid 4 stars. It didn't do anything that made me want to bump it up to 5, but it was like a nice 4 for me. One thing that I was thinking about while reading this book is if I could really call it a thriller. It is being marketed as a revenge thriller, and I feel like personally I'm very used to thrillers that take place within the adult genre, and this was kind of one of my first ventures into the YA genre thrillers, but overall I would classify it as one. It's a revenge thriller, so it's not, you know, Gone Girl, which I feel like is the end-all be-all stereotype. But it's good. It's a thriller, and it keeps you on the edge of your seat. Let's talk really quickly about the couple of things that I didn't love about this book. The thing is that I didn't always feel for the protagonists, which kind of hindered my reading of the book, but didn't really. It would have bumped it up to a 5-star book for me if I had, and it's kind of strange that I didn't, I guess, because Frances was in this really wild predicament, and I still just couldn't quite find that connection with her. Also, this isn't that much of a complaint because this really fits into the thriller genre, a more open ending, And this book didn't even have as much of an open ending as some other books that I've read do have, but I could have used just a touch more, like a couple more pages, and I would have been golden. And some of the really outstanding things about this book are that it's a really unique book within the genre of YA. I feel like thrillers are often catered more towards adults because you can include more violence and sex and what have you in an adult novel. But this one was really unique and well done. My biggest thing with this book is that the pacing was on point. Oh my goodness. I just wanted to keep reading it and keep reading it. I haven't been reading books at like an astonishing pace this summer, but this book I finished so quickly because I just needed to see how it ended. And another really good thing for me is that I really enjoyed Gray and Francis's chemistry. This, I guess, is a little bit of a controversial opinion because I know some people on Goodreads like weren't feeling their chemistry, and I guess to each their own, but I actually thought that it was really well done. Okay, so I think that's all that I have to say about Daughter of Deep Silence. Now let's talk about Luckiest Girl Alive. Luckiest Girl Alive follows Ani, who is a magazine writer in New York, and she seems to be kind of living the dream, but there are some dark secrets in her past, and that is a very vague summary, I know, but I'm pretty sure that's all you get in most any description you read of this book. This book I really didn't enjoy. I gave it a 2.5 stars, but that was really generous on my part. I was going to give it 1.5 stars for a long time, but one thing about the book bumped it up a whole star for me. The pacing for this book is all over the place. I feel like pacing is the #1 most important thing for any thriller, and this really isn't even a thriller, and the pacing just was not there. This book wanted to be like the next Gone Girl, and it's honestly being marketed as that. It's being marketed as this summer's Gone Girl, but it is not. It mimics Gone Girl in that it has a turning point. I won't call it a plot twist because I don't feel like it was a plot twist in Luckiest Girl Alive. It just had a turning point at the midsection, and that is the only similarity that I can find with Gone Girl. That's why I'm really hesitant to even call Luckiest Girl Alive a thriller, because really nothing suggested that it should be in this genre. It was just piggybacking on the fame that thrillers are getting right now. So the cons, of which there are a lot, but I will keep them concise. Ani sucked. She once again really should have been a sympathetic character, at least to a certain extent, but she wasn't. She was the worst. And like I said before, the pacing was totally not there. So yeah, for me, the cons definitely outweigh the pros for this one, and I would say you can skip this book overall. The one pro is that there is a single, very redeeming scene. It is good. It is the only reason that I would say this book is okay. So, you know, if you're interested in it, if you don't have many other things to read, maybe go for it because of this one scene. If you want to hear more of my thoughts on what this one scene is, if you've read the book already, or if you're just like, no, I'm never going to read this book, but I'm curious about what she's talking about, I'm going to upload a spoilery discussion video tomorrow. I already have it filmed, so don't you worry. And it'll clear all of my thoughts up for those of you who have read the book and will know what I'm talking about. So I feel like I talked way less about Luckiest Girl Alive. Maybe there is some relation for me in how much I like it to how much I talk about it. Because clearly the winner of this dual review, they could be dueling in the dual review, you know? The winner of this, though, if there was one, would be Daughter of Deep Silence. I recommend that one, and I don't recommend Luckiest Girl Alive. Okay guys, that is everything that I have for you today. I hope that you enjoyed this dual review, and if you want to find Sarah and I some other places on the internet, we have some links in the down bar down there, and we will see you guys soon. Bye! Alright, filming at night. Here we go, we're gonna start the show. Hey! And I think I just like hit myself in the face. Is that a spoiler? I don't know.